I remember my first trip to London very well. I was 20 years old, and I was very nervous because it was my first time traveling alone. When I arrived at the airport, everything looked so big. I saw hundreds of people running with their suitcases. I didn't know where to go, so I looked for a sign that said Arrivals. First, I had to go through passport control. The officer was a tall man with a serious face. He asked me, "What is the purpose of your visit?" I was a bit scared, but I answered clearly, "I am a tourist. I am here for a holiday." He smiled, stamped my passport, and said, "Welcome to the UK." I felt so happy. Next, I had to find my hotel. I decided to take the Underground, which people in London call the Tube. I went to the ticket office and said, "Hello, I would like a ticket to the city centre, please." The woman was very kind and helped me choose the right card. When I got on the train, I listened carefully to the announcements. I didn't want to miss my station. Finally, I reached my hotel. It was a small, cozy place near a beautiful park. I went to the reception and said, "Good afternoon. I have a reservation under the name of Anna." The receptionist gave me my key and told me that breakfast was served from 7 to 10 in the morning. I went up to my room, opened the window, and looked at the red buses and the busy streets. I was tired, but I couldn't wait to explore the city. That first day taught me a very important lesson. If you are polite and you are not afraid to ask questions, you can survive anywhere. English is not just a lesson in a book, it is a tool that helps you see the world. The next morning, I woke up early. I felt very energetic and ready for my first real adventure in London. I put on my comfortable shoes, took my map, and walked out of the hotel. The air was fresh and a little bit cold. My first stop was a traditional English cafe because I wanted to try a real breakfast. When I entered the cafe, it smelled like fried eggs and toasted bread. I sat at a small table near the window. A waitress came to me and asked, "Are you ready to order?" I felt a bit nervous, but I remembered my practice. I said, "Yes, please. I would like a full English breakfast and a cup of black tea." She smiled and said, "Excellent choice." When the food arrived, it was huge. There were eggs, beans, mushrooms, and sausages. It was delicious and gave me a lot of power for the day. After breakfast, I decided to visit the Big Ben. I started walking and I saw so many interesting things. I saw the famous red telephone boxes and the tall black taxis. Everything looked exactly like in the movies. But then, I had a problem. I looked at my map, but I was confused. I didn't know if I should turn left or right. I stood on the corner of a busy street for 5 minutes. I felt a little bit lost. Then, I saw an old lady walking her dog. I decided to be brave. I went to her and said, "Excuse me, could you tell me the way to Westminster?" She was very friendly. She pointed down the street and said, "Just walk straight for 10 minutes and you will see it on your right. You can't miss it." I thanked her and followed her directions. Suddenly, as I was walking, I heard someone call my name. "Anna, is that you?" I turned around and I couldn't believe my eyes. It was David, a friend from my primary school. We hadn't seen each other for 10 years. He was now living and working in London as a photographer. We were both so surprised and happy. We decided to go to a park nearby and sit on a bench. We talked for a long time about our lives. He told me about the best places to visit in London that tourists usually don't know about. He even offered to take some professional photos of me in front of the London Eye. We spent the whole afternoon together. We walked across the Tower Bridge and watched the sunset over the River Thames. The sky turned a beautiful purple color. I realized that the best part of traveling is not just seeing famous buildings, but meeting people and having unexpected moments. If I had stayed at home because I was afraid of my English, I would never have met my old friend or seen this beautiful sunset. When I returned to my hotel that night, I wrote in my diary, "Today was a perfect day. My English is not perfect, but I can communicate, I can make friends, and I can be happy in a new city." I fell asleep with a big smile on my face, dreaming about what I would see tomorrow. Finally, I reached my hotel. It was a small, cozy place near a beautiful park. I went to the reception and said, "Good afternoon. I have a reservation under the name of Anna." The receptionist gave me my key and told me that breakfast was served from 7 to 10 in the morning. I went up to my room, opened the window, and looked at the red buses and the busy streets. I was tired, but I couldn't wait to explore the city. That first day taught me a very important lesson. If you're polite and you're not afraid to ask questions, you can survive anywhere. English is not just a lesson in a book. It is a tool that helps you see the world. Think about how we used to learn things in the past. If you wanted to know the meaning of a word or the history of a country, you had to go to a library and look for a specific book. It took a lot of time and effort. But today, the situation is completely different. All the information in the world is in your pocket. You can learn how to cook a chocolate cake, how to fix a broken chair, or even how to speak a new language just by watching a video online. Education is now open to everyone, everywhere. You don't need to be in a rich school to learn from the best teachers. This is the greatest gift of the digital age. It gives us the power to change our lives and our careers from our own homes. But technology is not just changing how we learn, it is also changing how we work. Many people now work from home or from a cafe in a different city. We call them digital nomads. They use their laptops to stay connected with their offices while they travel the world. This sounds like a dream life, but it also has some challenges. When your office is in your home, it is difficult to stop working. You might feel that you need to answer emails at 10 o'clock at night or check your messages on a Sunday morning. This is why we need to learn about digital detox. A digital detox is when you decide to stay away from your devices for a few hours or even a whole day. It helps your brain to rest and recharge. It is like a vacation for your mind. Another big change is how we shop and manage our money. We don't need to carry heavy wallets full of cash anymore. We can pay for our coffee with our watch or buy clothes from a shop in another country with one click. It is very convenient, but we must be smart. We need to protect our personal information and be careful about what we share online. Cybersecurity is now a very important part of our daily lives. We must learn how to create strong passwords and how to recognize fake websites. Technology is a powerful engine, but we are the drivers. We must know the rules of the road to stay safe. In the next few years, we will see even more incredible things. Maybe we will use virtual reality to visit Mars or to sit in a classroom in ancient Rome. The possibilities are endless, but as we move faster into the future, we should not forget our roots. We should use technology to protect our planet, not to hurt it. We can use AI to save energy, to clean the oceans, and to help animals. The future is not something that just happens to us. It is something that we create every day with our choices. So, let's choose to use technology with wisdom and kindness. Let's build a world where machines help humans to be more human, not less. Thank you for following this journey with me. Keep exploring, keep learning, and remember that the most complex technology in the universe is still the human mind. Finally, I reached my hotel. It was a small, cozy place near a beautiful park. I went to the reception and said, "Good afternoon. I have a reservation under the name of Anna." The receptionist gave me my key and told me that breakfast was served from 7 to 10 in the morning. I went up to my room, opened the window, and looked at the red buses and the busy streets. I was tired, but I couldn't wait to explore the city. That first day taught me a very important lesson. If you are polite and you are not afraid to ask questions, you can survive anywhere. English is not just a lesson in a book. It is a tool that helps you see the world. As we reach the end of this story about technology, I want you to take a moment and think about the word connection. We have more ways to connect than ever before, but are we truly connected? Technology can give us thousands of friends on social media, but it cannot give us a hug when we are sad. It can show us beautiful photos of food, but it cannot share a meal with us. This is the most important lesson of all. Technology is a bridge, but we must be the ones who walk across it to meet each other. We must use our devices to create real-world moments, not to hide from them. Instead of just sending a text message, why not use your phone to call someone and listen to their voice? Instead of just liking a photo, why not use your GPS to find the way to a friend's house and see them in person? In the future, technology will become even more invisible. It will be in our clothes, in our glasses, and all around us. But no matter how smart our homes or our cities become, they will never be as smart as the human heart. A machine can analyze data, but it cannot feel empathy. A computer can write a poem, but it cannot feel the passion behind the words. We are the ones who give meaning to the machines. We are the ones who decide if technology is a force for good or a force for distraction. As you go back to your day, I want to give you a small challenge. Put your phone in your pocket for just 30 minutes. Go outside. Look at the people around you. Listen to the sounds of the street or the wind in the trees, and just be. Feel the reality of the world without a filter or a screen. Thank you for staying with me through this long journey of discovery. We have talked about the history of travel, the mystery of the past, the power of motivation, and the future of technology. All of these topics have one thing in common. They show how much we can learn and how much we can grow. Your journey with English is just like this. It is a path that leads to new worlds and new ideas. Don't be afraid of the changes, and don't be afraid of the future. You are the author of your own story, and technology is just the pen you use to write it. Keep your mind open, keep your heart kind, and never stop being curious about this amazing world we live in. This is the end of our discussion for today, but it is just the beginning of your next adventure. Believe in yourself, use your tools wisely, and I will see you in the next story. Finally, I reached my hotel. It was a small, cozy place near a beautiful park. I went to the reception and said, "Good afternoon. I have a reservation under the name of Anna." The receptionist gave me my key and told me that breakfast was served from 7 to 10 in the morning. I went up to my room, opened the window, and looked at the red buses and the busy streets. I was tired, but I couldn't wait to explore the city. That first day taught me a very important lesson. If you are polite and you are not afraid to ask questions, you can survive anywhere. English is not just a lesson in a book. It is a tool that helps you see the world.